welcome back to my kitchen. Let's get a little more light here. And today, we're just going to have a simple preparation of broccoli. I'm going to pour some water in my pan. Oh, about like that. And as always, it's good, clean water. I wouldn't cook in water that wasn't good enough to drink. Why would I do that? Right? Why would I cook in water full of chemicals that I wouldn't want to drink? So I use a countertop reverse osmosis system. If anyone ever shows any interest and says, "What do you use?" then I'll bother to post a link to it. Otherwise, probably not. Okay, so what I have here, broccoli stalks. Of course, everything I do is organic, and basically they come like this. They may be packaged where you go, but once again, they are organic. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut off, well, I'm going to turn my water on first. I'm going to cut off pieces. I'm going to cut off pieces that are going to be ready to cook because I'm going to put some in this water. But wait, that's not all. Beyond just putting some in the water for dinner this evening, I'm also going to be, because for me it's just a convenience thing, as always, I like things to be as quick and easy and healthy as I can get them. So what I'm going to do here, I have of course washed all these. Even if a package says pre-washed, I would wash it anyway because you can pretty much count on the fact that coming from a factory environment, even if they're pre-washed, they're not going to be clean enough for me. I want to wash them myself. Okay, now what am I going to do with this? Well, I'll tell you about that in just a moment. First, let's get that one ready for me too. I'm not going to throw these away. As a matter of fact, you don't need to watch me prepare these stalks. They're called broccoli stalks. I'll just tell you what I'm going to do with them. I'm just going to, I'll just put them aside for now. But I'm going to freeze them. That way there, when I need them for, say, soup, I will have them. And of course, I'll take off any pieces that I don't want. So my water, I'm going to bring that to a boil. I already have plenty for what I want to do this evening. Of course, making sure there's no little creatures in there or any little pieces that I just want to remove because they don't look appetizing to me. So yeah, I've got plenty for tonight. But I do, as I said, or I'm not sure if I got that far in saying it, I'm going to my water is going to take a few minutes to boil, so I'll just do this with these, you see. I'll just cut up all this, and put my stalks in the freezer for when I want to make a soup with them. And what are these called? Florets? They might be called florets. I forget right now. But cutting these off, of course, I'll use some in my water here. But the other ones I put in this bag because then it's just quick and ready for me, say, tomorrow when I use them again. And if your broccoli's any good at all, if it's any good at all and nice and organic, it's not going to last a whole long time. So I won't just be putting them in the refrigerator and thinking that they're going to be okay in a week or so. I really want to use them pretty quickly. Some things go bad quicker than others, and the broccoli will be fine. Should be fine for at least a little while. Like I don't think I'd really want to stretch it out or try to stretch it out over 5 days. No, the fifth day, that'll be pretty much it. But the reason I said it like that, in the sense of if your broccoli is good, it should. It should, go bad. Now, I say that because apparently, even if they're organic, some things, some companies will chemically treat because, and let's see, and the one I just recently came across in a video was called, I forget, but what's it called? It's petrochemical, and even organic is being treated with it because, as I've mentioned in other videos, um, for the corporation, the bottom line is how much they can possibly make, and if the shelf life, well, they want the shelf life to be as long as they can so they can sell the product. If they have to throw it away, then they're not making that profit from it. Now, the corporations tend, or maybe all do, I guess they would all do, to belong to organizations that work tirelessly, ceaselessly, getting laws changed, regulations changed, so that more and more our organic produce is being corrupted, which is good for the bottom line of the corporation, but not good for the consumer if we're being exposed to chemicals that promote the longevity on the shelf life, but not the not the longevity of the people. Once it gets corrupted like that, we just shouldn't be eating it. But they don't have to list it. That's part of the laws being changed. They work, as I said, tirelessly, ceaselessly to get that to happen. So, ideally, yeah, when you buy your, like, let's see what I got right here. I see my water's boiling, so I'll throw that in just a moment. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, perfect example. Look at that. That's salad. What you call I won't show the company name just because I don't want any problems, but this is a good example. Says it's a blend of baby chard, baby spinach, and baby kale. Okay, that's about 3 weeks old now. At about 3 weeks old, it should look like soup. It should be decomposing, okay? And it's not. So I've had that as an experiment in my fridge. Needless to say, I won't be buying that again, you know? So yeah, apparently it has been treated and it is labeled organic. That just makes me upset. I've been, never mind. It makes me upset, and it should upset anybody who wants to eat healthy. Okay, so I'm throwing in to the boiling water some, of course, broccoli. Echo, set broccoli timer 5 minutes. So now I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to turn it down to about 7. I'm going to close it, leave a little crack right here. I'm not closing it completely, just leaving that little opening so it doesn't bubble over. But I'll be doing that for, as you just heard, me set the timer, 5 minutes. Okay, now back to that other subject. Yeah, that is so crazy. I came across that in a video. I forget the name of the petrochemical, and I'm sure they use more than just one. It might depend on the product or this, that, or the other thing, availability of the chemical, whatever. I don't know. But I have been scratching my head, because my salad stuff right here, um, it's like, how is that still good? That's like crazy to me, you know. years ago I had my own garden, and also I do buy. Now this here not looking so good to me. I'm gonna throw that aside. And so, it's like, why is that still good? And then I came across the video where they were talking about the what they call the petrochemical being used to treat um, even organic produce, and that's messed up. So, really, now there is a local health food store. I'm getting this from another place just for the sake of convenience, but when it comes to oops, I hope I didn't get the label in there. I guess I can edit it out. It's very disappointing and unsettling that our food, even if it's quote unquote organic, is being corrupted. And yeah, they totally don't need to put it on the label. So really, oh, that's what I was going to say. Local health food store, when I get the product there, it it doesn't last all that long, which is right, which is good. It means it's doing what it's supposed to do and hasn't been, corrupted in some way that's going to, cause it to be something we shouldn't be eating. And let's see. Oh, so yeah, that's what I was going to say. Really, the only way I'm aware of, if we really want to be as clean and as safe as we can be with our organic produce or whatever you're going to grow organically, seems to me the only way would be to actually grow it ourselves. But right now, I just don't have the ability to do that. I don't have the land to do that. I'm renting. It's not like I can put a garden in my backyard. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll just look these over, and put them in a bag. Let's see what I got. I already got some that I've previously frozen, so I'll just pop them right in there. And really, for the sake of not having to mess with it again later, I'll cut them up a little bit. Now, there's my broccoli timer. It's done. So what I'm doing is I'm just leaving it on the heat and I'm shutting it off. Echo, stop. Do you have an Echo device or a Siri device you use in your kitchen? I'm just curious. I like them. I use Siri when it needs to be loud because for some reason, at least the last time I looked, Siri was just talking to me. Um, yeah, I wasn't able, they didn't make it so we were able to turn down the volume on the timer when it went off. So that sucker's loud. There's been some updates, and so far they haven't fixed it. That's crazy. Yeah, on your phone you can if you got the Apple phone. But for the, what do I have? HomePod Mini. Nope. It's just loud. So if I'm going to be out of the room, or it really needs to get my attention for some reason, I use that one. But if I'm going to be right here like I am right now, I just use the Echo because you can turn that down. And well, you know what? Yeah, I can continue this, and apparently I'm already done. Um, so I guess I'll just end this video. Well, as you know, I'm going to cut these up and put them in the freezer for a future soup that I do. And I've shared the interesting experiment. Whoops, there I am. I think I'm showing you the name of the company. I'm not sure. Can a person get sued for that? I mean, it's not like I'm saying it's a good product, right? Maybe I'll have to try to blot that out if it just came through. I mean, you'll do your own perhaps experiment, or maybe you've already been kind of scratching your head saying, "Why does this stuff last so long?" Oh, now we know. Okay, that's it. Thanks for joining me. If you found any interest in this, please like, subscribe, and share. And thank you for joining me. I hope you have a really happy day and give yourself a hug because you deserve it. Bye for now.